Hi everyone, hope you're doing absolutely awesome. What is going on with Buck? And by that I mean, what is going on with Buck's quality control? I started noticing the secondary bevel grinds of some of the Buck knives featured in various videos on YouTube, like this one. This one is from a Knife Center video. Take a look at the secondary bevel on this one. It is just insanely wide. Not only is it really wide, it also differs a lot along the length of the blade. So here it is narrow in comparison to how wide it is here. This seems just super sloppy to me. I feel like the edge of a knife is like the sole of the knife, so it should be done really well. Let's take a look at a different Buck 119 or 120. So this is from a different channel. Just look at how wide this one is. It's crazy. And here's the backside of that same knife. So really wide secondary bevel. So going back to the first shot, you can actually estimate the so-called thickness behind the edge just by taking Photoshop and measuring the pixels and comparing the distance of the bevel to the whole width of the blade, and then doing some trigonometry. So the so-called thickness behind the edge here, the transition between the primary and secondary bevel, is approaching 60 thousandths of an inch on this knife, which is wider than the total blade stock of some like paring knives. So this seems really crazy to me. Also, think of the energy that they are dumping into the blade when they're grinding off all this metal. So this is probably damaging the heat treatment along the edge of the blade because they ground off so much metal when hand grinding the secondary bevel. Let's take a quick look at some other brands. So here's a Lion Steel. You can see the secondary bevel on this Lion Steel is much thinner than on the Buck. And here is a Ka-Bar, the Ka-Bar USMC fighting knife. So a very much thinner secondary bevel. And here is a SOG Pilar fixed blade. You can see the secondary bevel on this one is really thin, really nicely done on this SOG Pilar or Pillar. Let's take a look at a older Buck from the 1990s. So this Buck here is from the 1990s. You can see the secondary bevel on it is not bad at all. It looks perfectly reasonable compared to the current production Bucks. So if you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you, especially if you have experience with recent production of Buck fixed blades. And let me know if you think this is really an issue or if this is just something in my head, which I'm making too big of a deal out of. I'd like to thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye now.